Hey everybody, welcome to Stone React. So glad you're here joining me today. So we're going to get into this mukbang that Foodie Beauty has posted up. It's called Eating Burger King and Talking About Snow White. Oh, I cannot wait. You know, we all got to talk about Snow White. So let's go ahead and get into this.
Hello, Foodie Beauties.
Well, hello. Hi. Well, we have some BK, my favorite. And it's been like a few days since I had BK, so...
I'm going to guess that in this bag there is likely enough food to feed 2, possibly 3 individuals.
Actually, it's been like more than a week. So, let's get to... They have really good deals at the Burger King here in Kuwait. So, I will take advantage of that. Oh. Alright. Okay.
Damn, hold on. I mean, it never fails when I'm just about to sit down and record a video or I need silence for whatever reason. I forget to mute my phone and it rings. So, okay, so we're looking at what she's got here, right? She's got Burger King. So, what I did was I looked up each of these items just to kind of get an idea. The only thing I didn't do was the mayo and mustard combination she has in that cup. However, so let's take a quick look at how many calories and such as she's taking in. Okay, so here you can see I charted everything out that she has there. So number 1, she has the cheeseburger. The Burger King cheeseburger comes in at 380 calories with 20 grams of fat, 9.1, which is saturated fat. Sodium comes to 801 milligrams. Carbs coming in at 32 grams. Sugar, 6 grams. Protein, 19 grams. Then on top of the cheeseburger, she's got a chicken sandwich, the classic. I don't know if it's a double patty or not, so I went with the single patty. If it was a double patty, this would be probably considerably more. Unfortunately, I could not find the nutrition on that one. So that comes in at 662 calories, 40 grams of fat. Wild, isn't it? A chicken sandwich has twice as much fat than the cheeseburger. 7.2 of which of that 40 grams is saturated fat. Hold on tight. Here's the sodium, 1,170 milligrams. Carbs coming in at close to the second highest, I guess. No, third highest number on this chart, which is 48 grams. Sugar, 5 grams. Protein, 28 grams. Then we had, yet again, chicken fries. This calorie count came in at 430, 32 grams of fat, 930 milligrams of sodium, 21 grams of carbs, 2 grams of sugar, 14 grams of protein. Finally, on the food items that she has a large French fry. This comes in at 480 calories, 23 grams of fat, 3.6, which is saturated, 323 milligrams of sodium, 64 grams of carbs, 0.5 sugar, 5.3 protein. Now, she also has a 20-ounce Coke there, which is probably going to complain that it's not a fountain drink because she always does. But anyway, that one comes in at 240 calories. And what's very interesting about this when you look at it, look at the carbs, look at the sugar, both 67 grams. That's a heck of a lot of carbs, a heck of a lot of sugar for nothing, right? You're drinking it. Why wouldn't you go for the diet? I'm telling you, people, it's better to go with the diet. I always hated diet, but I got used to it. Now I can't even drink the regular. So let's look at the totals here. Total calories on this one sitting meal. Now, let me remind you, she's got about 3 meals here. I mean, each person could eat. One person could eat the cheeseburger, another person could eat the chicken sandwich, and maybe one of your kids can eat the chicken fries and share the French fries. This could cover at least, 2 to 3 people. So the total for this particular meal that is sitting in front of her, which she will eat the entirety of, is 2,192 calories. 115 grams of fat. Hold on. Here comes the sodium, 3,224 milligrams. Now, this is where it gets crazy, right? The carbs, the sugar. Carbs, total carbs in this whole meal, 232 grams. Sugar, 80.5 grams. And then you have 66.3 grams of protein. Now, just a recommendation, when you find yourself in a situation, what a big difference it makes to go for that diet soda, right? You're going to eliminate the calories, you're going to eliminate the carbs, you're going to eliminate that sugar. That is a complete waste, drinking your calories like that. Please, guys, don't do that. All right, let's get back into her video.
French fries. French fries, French fries, French fries, French fries. I'm hyper today. Can you tell? All right. Okay, let me set this up. I'll be right back. Book mice. Living in a library. Look twice. Cheeseburger. And last but certainly not least, we have some chicken fries. Yes. Cheers. Okay. Let's dump this all out. I got a thumbnail. So much for that. Okay, so Bismillah, thank you so much for this food.
Trying to see if that's a double patty or not.
I love chicken fries with barbecue.
I'm still trying to figure out, like, how do they make I gotta look it up, how they make those chicken fries. It just looks like a mozzarella stick. Like, I'm assuming it's gotta be ground chicken, because I mean, maybe you could cut the chicken breast in strips like that, but you would end up wasting so much chicken.
Ketchup, mayo, mayo chip. Coca-Cola. The only thing I don't like is the lack of fountain drink when you order.
I knew she was going to complain about the fountain drink, because she always complains about the fountain drink. And let me just say, I occasionally delivered for DoorDash, like, I don't know, a few months ago, for a little while. You know, I do it when I need extra money, right? It's a great way to make some extra cash. Anyway, I used to hate filling the fountain drinks, because, first of all, do you really want a stranger filling your fountain drink? I mean, wouldn't it be better to have it in a sealed bottle that you know that it couldn't have possibly been tampered with? I don't understand why people order fountain drinks on delivery. And let me tell you, the chances of that damn thing spilling is high. I can't tell you enough for drivers that have to deal with, like, things spilling because people get these fountain drinks. But anyway, the best tasting soda is in a glass bottle. I'm sorry. Plastic doesn't do it. The tin cans don't do it. It's got to be glass.
Bro. Slow down. You're gonna get the hiccups, Foodie Beauty. So, what's up, guys?
I don't know, Chantal. We're just watching you stuff your face again.
Today,
I'm assuming that we are no longer doing Weight Watchers. Is this right? Because I don't see any type of points being discussed or anything like that. I'm sure this would have just blown her off the chart with the amount of food she's eating.
I thought I would talk about.
I can't wait.
This whole Snow White movie fiasco.
This is called, let me just find some random controversial, well, slightly controversial movie that's out, because I really have a boring life and there's nothing else to talk about, and I really don't do anything in my day, so I can't really show you anything in my videos. So I'm just going to pick something random and just dissect it to pieces and talk about it to death. Of course, no one is interested. Who cares about Snow White and the movie? Everything they make today is shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to curse. Sorry.
Initially, when I heard about it, I was like, what? Why are they changing it so much? You know? But then I looked more into it. A lot of people are like outraged because they're like, this woke culture is getting ridiculous. You know?
It is ridiculous. I agree
But when you
100%.
think about it, older Disney movies do have like a bad rap of using racial stereotypes and just stereotypes in general.
I think this is one area she should stay out of, you know? Considering her past and stuff she said and stuff. Like, why does she even want to, like, dive into this murky water? I mean, why? Why do you want to do this to yourself? There's so many other things that you could talk about, but obviously you pick, like, and I think it's just because she wants to draw traffic to her channel. She mentions Snow White. She knows that she's going to get other people who are not connected to her interested. They're going to pop in to see what she's talking about, and hopefully she can grab them. That's her idea.
So they're trying to, you know, move away from that.
Whatever. Move along.
And they're damned if they do and they're damned if they don't, because look at the reception they're getting, you know? Already.
Chantal, today you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't on anything.
Now, here's the thing. The Rachel Ziegler's the actress who's going to play Snow White. She's Hispanic. Now, the most important thing about the description of Snow White, which is literally in the name, is that she has pale skin. Skin as white as snow, red lips, blah, blah,
Oh
blah.
my gosh, she's so funny. Oh
The
my
person
God.
playing, like Rachel Ziegler, is still pale skin, so she's...
All right, let's take a moment and look, because, you know, Chantal's going to analyze how white she is compared to Snow White the character, because we don't have better things to do today.
She's white. Like, she looks white to me, you know?
So, what's your point, Chantal?
So, her being white,
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Snow White being white skin, I mean, there's people from different cultures who are white skin, right? So...
Oh my God.
And I have to
stop.
say, if you look at the history of Disney princesses, most of them were white or Caucasian.
What is the problem with that? What are you trying to get at? Like, what is your goal with this conversation? Where are you taking it? Because I'd love to know, because I don't even think you should be even touching this with a 10-foot pole.
So it is nice to see them reinventing the Disney princess, basically, with involving other cultures, beautiful women from all cultures and races.
Well, Chantal, we're all glad that you support a basically pedophile type organization, pedo organization like Disney. I don't get it. Why are you even giving them any attention? They're sick.
It doesn't really matter. The Seven Dwarfs,
Oh boy.
the way they portray...
So now she's going to have an issue with smaller people, shorter people, whatever we want to call it. Of course, anything you use today is going to offend somebody, but we all know what she's talking about. Now she's going to focus on this. Look, there are movies where they have to find really short people. There are movies they have to find really tall people. There are movies they got to find fat people. There are movies they got to find thin people. It is not a big deal. I don't even know, like, why this is even a conversation. Like, duh, don't you know this? This is common sense. It's a movie. Movies require certain things. That's why you audition. That's why some people make it, some people don't.
Portrayed the dwarfs in the old movie in the 30s. Made people with dwarfism, you know, people argue that it painted them in a light seeming more unintelligent.
Chantal, it was a movie. Nobody with half-ass of a brain watches a movie and gauges someone's intelligence by it. You're acting. You're playing a role. It is not reflecting who you are as a person. You cannot be this dense.
To me, the dwarfs, I don't think they were supposed to be like human people. Were they supposed to be human in the story?
Does it matter?
Like, I think they're just like supposed to be short creatures, not human, not saying anything about people with dwarfism, you know, so.
Use your imagination. Whatever you want them to be, they will be.
I don't know, that could be argued. But how they chose to go about the seven dwarfs are like, there's a freaking hippie.
Okay, so I know nothing about this new Snow White, nor do I have zero interest in it. But I'm guessing this is a clip of the seven dwarfs supposedly in the new Snow White. I don't know, to me they don't look like they're short, except maybe that one guy in the front might be. Okay, whatever. Again, it's a movie. They're acting a role. Who cares? They could be green, they could be purple, they could be 10 feet tall. Use your imagination. Whatever you want, Chantal. You're making a conversation out of nothing.
Like, what the heck? And there is still one individual with dwarfism in there.
So what? So what? There's a lot of movies with shorter people in it. It's not bizarre. And some of them make a shit ton of money for what they do.
So why not give more people with dwarfism jobs, more actors with dwarfism jobs? I don't know.
I think today they have more jobs than they've ever had. I mean, look at what is that show called, Little People of LA, and then they had Little People, I think, of Atlanta. I used to watch those all the time. I thought they were great. I think that they have far more opportunities. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that they have far more opportunities today than they used to. Absolutely.
Like, I get their reasoning. The problem is, I get both sides of the argument now. I see what Disney's doing. At first I was like, it's not Snow White. Because for me, I have the nostalgia of growing up with, you know, the cartoon.
There are very few times, and I'm sure my husband would disagree with me on this one. There are very few times that a remake or a sequel is ever good. It's like when people say you got to read the book. The book is 1,000 times better than the movie. I'm sure people have heard that. I'm sure you guys have heard that. Yeah, sometimes the original is the best. I have yet to see a remake or a sequel, something be better. I mean, National Lampoon's Vacation's a perfect example, right? The one that they made recently a few years ago was awful. She's thinking about what she can say. Do another dip, think.
So I'm okay now with the.
So there was a two jump cuts right there. I don't know if you noticed it. She probably said some stuff and cut herself out. Because look, she can't just let loose on this stuff, right? Because she'll be accused of being this and that and I don't know what. So she's probably heavily filtering this.
I don't mind the actress being from a different culture,
That doesn't matter. It's a
whatever,
movie.
different race.
It's a
I mean, who
movie.
cares
Chantal, it's a movie. Nobody cares.
about that? She's still white. She's Hispanic, but she's white. She has white skin. But
Okay, so through this whole discussion, we've determined that she is Hispanic but has white skin. So now it's okay with Chantal. I can't even believe that we just spent like literally what 8 minutes talking about this damn Snow White.
I see what they're doing with the seven dwarfs. Okay, now there's another part of the argument. I put barbecue sauce on my burger. I love barbecue sauce. Sorry. I like licking my fingers. So a lot of people are like, I don't get people. I think people just like to argue.
Pretty much.
Because women have been striving and enjoying girl boss movies forever now.
Girl boss movies. What a joke.
And now they're like criticizing that, you know, the actress was like, it's not 1937 anymore. Snow White is going to save herself and she doesn't need a prince.
Look, Chantal, Hollywood, their mission is to sell you on an idea, okay? They want to put a narrative out there that those things are normal. That's what they do, okay? You shouldn't follow Hollywood that closely. That's not reality. We need men. We need women.
You know, she's not the helpless damsel in distress anymore. And people are arguing that on TikTok. Like, one woman was like, maybe I want to be saved by my husband. My husband completes me, blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My husband completes me, and I would love every moment if you save me from a situation.
Okay.
Because I am nowhere near as strong as a man.
My opinion, you should be a complete person on your own. And
so, are you saying that we don't need to get married? We don't need husbands. We don't need to procreate. Are you going into this direction because being a good Muslim? I don't think you should be. That's my idea.
that seems weird coming from someone who is married, but like,
she keeps eye darting the other way. I wonder if Salah or something is standing there, just looking at her like, "You're gonna pay for what you just said." You know how facial tics, you're looking at something. Stop. Do you all remember when she used to have all these supposed tics? Do you remember that? She used to make all these weird sounds and stuff like that and do these weird things. I have not seen her do any of that since she's been in Canada. So I guess the tics are selective. You know, where she lives, what she's doing.
I'm still an independent person on my own, you know? I'm not helpless as a woman.
Chantal, no, none of us women are helpless. Just because we decide to love our husbands and listen to our husbands and be in partnerships with our husbands and be good wives does not make me or any other woman incapable of running their own life. I mean, some of us women are extremely strong individuals. But we're happy to accept that we need a man. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. We balance each other.
And I think that's what we're trying to go for. So some of the criticisms, like, I get, but I also get what the movie's going for. So
Oh, she shoved that whole quarter of a sandwich in her mouth.
It seems people want a good old traditional Disney Snow White movie.
Absolutely.
But I think if they did that,
Why
people would
ruin
be
a good
crying
thing? No, you know what?
about the stereotypes.
No, I think people should just go
And the fact
back. You know what? Go back and watch the old ones. That's what I do. I watch old TV series like from the 60s and 50s and then I watch old movies. I mean, they were the best. They were the best. Like nothing today comes close to how movies and shows were back then. They were like real quality work. Just watch the old stuff. We don't need to constantly try to remake things, change things. Just watch the old stuff. If you like that type of stuff, watch it.
that it's outdated
It's not outdated.
for society's standards nowadays.
I'm sorry, but it's not outdated, Shanta. There's a lot of us that love our husbands, are submissive to our husbands, and yet we're very strong women. Okay? So, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, what planet you're living on, but there are many of us women out there that live a normal married life. We're not trying to, bash our husbands and say you're a piece of shit. I mean, it's not like that for all of us. You don't have to be a boss lady. Let your man be your boss.
And it probably is, you know. The movie they made in 1937 was according to the attitudes and standards of 1937, but it's 2023. So you have to expect some change.
That's fine. That's fine. They could put out there whatever they want.
I get that.
Doesn't mean people have to watch it.
I get that now. So, I don't know. I still don't think I'm going to watch it, but...
I don't think Salah will approve of you. See, I don't think Salah will approve of you watch it. Will that even be able to be shown over there? I'm curious.
After all that, I'm like, I'll probably not watch it. I don't know. I remember Pete saying this before, and he's so right. Sometimes childhood movies and stories are just not enjoyable as an adult without the nostalgia. So that's absolutely true. So because the story for me is not going to be nostalgic, like the new movie, I don't think I'll enjoy it. You know? The spicy chicken sandwich, chicken royal.
Okay, so I did good. It was a single patty chicken sandwich. I did good.
Yum.
Let's just do a quick reminder. Guys, okay, she's diving into that chicken sandwich. That's 662 calories, 48 grams of carbs. Remember, she's sitting down eating over 2,000 calories, over 200 carbs, over 80 sugar. Just as a friendly little reminder. Okay.
I have to agree with that.
I'm sorry, it looks so gross. Ketchup and mayo. I don't know what the appeal is. Ugh. Maybe it's good. I don't know. She's going at warp speed now. She's gotta get that food in. She's got what? How many more minutes? Like 5 more minutes.
Anyway. I see all sides of it. You know? You know, I kind of respect Disney not wanting to repeat their past with that. You know, so.
Repeat their past about what? Nothing was done wrong. It was made at that time. It was fine for that time. Why can't you just appreciate it for that time?
They have Oppenheimer now at the theaters here. But it's PG-13 here. I don't know if it was in Canada or US.
Never even heard of that movie either.
Not really. It's a long movie, 3 hours. I don't know if I have an interest in the atomic bomb.
So if you don't know already, if you've never had one of those Burger King chicken sandwiches, they already have like a mayo spread on it. So the fact that she's like oh my God, dipping it in that ketchup mayo mixture in the cup it's just like overload.
To be honest. But it's gotten like 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. As a rating from critics. 93 from audience, which is good. Sometimes there's a big disparity between the two. Big difference. Look at me using big words. But I have the same problem with Barbie movie, like you know, bringing things from the 80s that I had nostalgia about as a kid. Barbie was a toy, like for me, it wasn't, I don't know.
Look, for me, Barbie was a toy you played with when you were a kid, and you would just make up stories, right? You'd play with them with your friends, and you had Ken, the other Barbies, and you would just use your imagination and play house, right? And now what they did is they took Barbie and gave her a dialogue. So no longer is it part of your imagination. Now it has its own um I don't know if it's agenda, but it has its own story now. So you can't use your imagination with Barbie anymore because now it's been put into a movie. Like, I don't know, some things should be just left alone. The Barbie's one of them. It's kid play, it's fun times, using your imagination, playing house. Like, really, who wants to watch Barbie in a movie? It's so, oh my God. Like, I've seen some of my friends posting pictures. They're standing in a Barbie box and posing, and they got pink on, and then people seeing people at their work at retail places all dressing in pink and having a Barbie group picture. Oh my God, it is so juvenile. Oh my God.
The new Barbie movie, just from the trailer, doesn't give me any nostalgia feeling, so. I wonder if they're working on a Beetlejuice 2 movie apparently. They've been working on it forever, but
Another movie they don't need to remake. I don't understand. Have we run out of ideas in movies? I mean, why can't we use our creativity and come up with something completely different instead of like constantly remaking things?
They're actually like setting up the set where they filmed the original one, I think in Vermont, like the Maitland's hardware store, and it's really beautiful state. So if they're actually filming, that would be amazing. Unless it's very different from the first. I don't know. But Beetlejuice is such a classic, It's going to be hard to one-up that one. That movie has a lot of nostalgia for me because I loved that movie growing up. One of my favorite. I was a weird kid. I liked weird, creepy things even back then. Are You Afraid of the Dark? I think it's a Canadian show, but Unsolved Mysteries. Robert Stack was my granddad growing up in my home. I did see my grandfather a lot, but like in my home, Robert Stack's voice was always a comfort, Anyway, this is what happens when I let myself get too hungry, but that was so good. The spicy chicken burger from BK. BK fries are not bad for fast food fries.
Not my favorite.
The worst fast food fries, I have to say, are Wendy's. I hate them.
Really? Really? Wendy's are my favorite. They're the most tasty. They have the crunch on the outside, a little bit softer on the inside. It's like a perfect french fry. My least favorite, I would say, is McDonald's.
Their fries.
Too thin.
Anyway, so let me know your thoughts. Respectfully, having a constructive debate in comments is always welcomed. We can share differences of opinions without attacking each other. And yeah, I was having some fun on TikTok, just like waiting for my food to get here, trying all the different trends I hate so much. Some of them are fun, some of the filters. So check that out if you want. And yeah, so anyways, I guess that's it. Yeah, that's my opinion. I don't really have a strong one.
All right, guys, I'm going to end this here. It's over. What'd you think about it? Put your comments, your thoughts below. Glad you're here. Glad you joined me. And we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day.